Now our task is to prove this for n is equal to k plus 1. In the whole statement P of n, wherever n is there, remove and put what is called as k. Now our task is to get RHS as k plus 1 divided by 6 times k plus 1 plus 4. By mathematical induction, we got this. We need to prove for n is equal to 1, we have done it. Then we should assume it is true for n is equal to k. Then we need to prove for k plus 1. Welcome to the session, dear students. Today we'll go ahead with the problems of mathematical induction. So now in exercise 4.1, they want you to prove 1 by 2 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 8 plus 1 by 8 into 11, so on. 1 by 3n minus 1 into 3n plus 2 is equal to n by 6n plus 4. So now all of you know first step 1. So first we call this as P of n. The given problem we call it as what? P of n. Let P of n is equal to the given statement. 1 by 2 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 8 plus 1 by 8 into 11, so on till 1 by 3n minus 1 into 3n plus 2. Now coming to this, we'll take step 1. LHS will take, in LHS we'll take the first term. So first term is 1 by 2 into 5, that will be 1 by 10. Now we'll take RHS. RHS means in the place of n put what? 1. So n by 6n plus 1, 6n plus 4. In the place of n put 1. 1 by 6 into 1 plus 4. So that is 1 by 10. So therefore LHS is equal to RHS is equal to what? 1 by 10. Therefore conclusion is P of n is true. P of n is true, or statement is true for n is equal to what? 1. So now we got the first case. Now we'll go to the second, step 2. So in step 2, let us assume statement is true for n is equal to k. This is our assumption. Then what happens? In the whole statement P of n, wherever n is there, remove and put what is called as k. Then it will become 1 by 2 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 8 plus so on 1 by, in spite of n put k, so it will be 3k minus 1 into 3k plus 2 is equal to k by 6k plus 4. Now call this as equation 1. Now going ahead, step 3, to prove for n is equal to k plus 1. Now our task is to prove this for n is equal to k plus 1. What we'll do, we'll take LHS. In LHS, one step we'll take extra. 1 by 2 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 8 plus 1, so on. 1 by 3k minus 1 into 3k plus 2 plus the next term. Next term means what? In the place of k, put k plus 1. 3 times k plus 1 minus 1 into 3 times k plus 1 plus 2. Now further if I simplify till this part, if you observe, this is equation 1. 1 by 2 into 5 plus 1 by 5 into 8 till 1 by 3k minus 1 into 3k plus 2 can be replaced by RHS. What is RHS? K divided by 6k plus 4 plus 1 by 3 into k plus 1 minus 1 into 3 into k plus 2, k plus 1 plus 2. Now our task is to get RHS as k plus 1 divided by 6 times k plus 1 plus 4. So now we'll simplify this. So we have k divided by 6k plus 4, the first term, plus 1 by 3 into k is 3k plus 3 minus 1. So it will become 3k, 3 ones are 3 minus 1, 3 minus 1 is 2 into 3k plus 3 ones are 3 plus 2, 5. So now we have this part. So again if you rearrange, see in these two terms I can take k common if you observe. If I take 2 common, it will become 3k plus 2, do you agree? And here we have 1 divided by 3k plus 2 into 3k plus 5. Dear students, in the first term in these two I took 2 common. Further I can take 1 divided by 3k plus 2 common from both. If I take it, I will be left out with k by 2 plus 1 by 3k plus 5. Now our task is to simplify this. So 1 divided by 3k plus 2 into denominator is 2 into 3k plus 5, cross multiply, you will get k into 3k plus 5 plus 2. Further simplification gives you 1 divided by 3k plus 2 into, so if you simplify it will become 3k square plus 5k plus 2 divided by 3 to 6k plus 10. 1 divided by 3k plus 2 into 3k square plus 5k plus 2, factorize it so that our task is to get k divided by 6k plus 4. So I want k divided by 6k plus 4. For that we will do factorization of this. If you know 3 to 6, 6 factors are what? 5 ones are, so 6 ones are 6, and it fails because I want middle term. I can take it as what? 3 into 2. So I can write this as 3k square plus 3k plus 2k plus 2 divided by 6k plus 10. Further, I can take 3k plus 2. Here I can take 3k common. If I do that, I will be left out with k plus 1, and 2 if I take out, again I will be left out with k plus 1. In denominator, if you take 3 common, it will become, sorry, if you take 2 common, it will become 3k plus 5. And further, 1 divided by 3k plus 2, and in this if you take k plus 1 common, you will be left out with 3k plus 2 divided by this particular part, and here in denominator, okay, k into, sorry, we multiplied k also, so we are left out with 2 times 3k plus 5. So dear students, you can see 3k plus 2 and 3k plus 2 cancels, and I got k plus 1 divided by 3 to the 6k plus 10 we have, but our intention is to get 3 divided by, see, this k should become, for k plus 1, k should become k plus 1 divided by 6 times k plus 1 plus 4 I want. So that's why when I observe this, I have 6k plus 10. So in this particular case, what we do is, I'll write here, so k plus 1, can I write it as 6k plus 6 plus 4? Why I do this is because I need k plus 1 approach. So I'll write it as k plus 1. I'll take 6 common. If I take 6 common, I'll be left out with k plus 1 plus 4. So finally I got RHS, that is I got LHS I took, and I got the required result. I got k plus 1 divided by 6 times k plus 1 plus 4. So therefore, what is the conclusion? So if you observe, by mathematical induction, we got this. So here, logically speaking, mathematical induction, the first step is what? We need to prove for n is equal to 1, we have done it, then we should assume it is true for n is equal to k, then we need to prove for k plus 1. So conclusion is simple, by PMI, principle of mathematical induction, P of n is true. Because first we got P of k plus 1 is true. Since k plus 1 is true, means k plus 1 means what? This RHS should become, in the place of n, k plus 1. K plus 1 by 6 times k plus 1 by 4. That's what we arrived if you see. K plus 1 by 6 times k plus 1 by 4. Hence, by PMI, this is true. Same logic you can apply for the next problem. 1 by 1, 2, 3, 1 by 2, 3, 4, and arrive at the result. Now, I am asking you to follow the same step what I have done in the last case and try this particular problem 11 and complete the problem. So, dear students, please sit and complete this problems of mathematical induction. I guided all the type. For each type, I have done the problems, and will continue with a new type of problems in my next session. Thanks for attending. Thank you.